Todd Bowles, Buccaneers defensive coordinator, getting ready for the title defense. And Peter providing motivation to the Buccaneers. The Kings of the Mountain are not the Kings of the Peter King Power Ranking Mountain. There they are at number 2 behind the Kansas City Chiefs, the full top 16. Intriguing. You're making them nervous in Cleveland, Peter, putting the Browns at number 4. I was on radio there this week, and they don't want that. They don't want that mantle. Hey, get used to it. If you're going to be good, people are going to realize it, and they're going to rank you accordingly. But give me the explanation, the reasoning, why the Bucs, with all starters back on both sides of the ball, with Tom Brady being Tom Brady, why are they at number 2 behind the Chiefs?
Because I think that the Super Bowl was obviously the culmination of an absolutely great run for the Buccaneers. But as much as we all want to say, oh, my God, they've got everybody back, you know, that's never happened before. Is that a good thing? How do we know? I mean, how do we know that is the best way to do it? Do you want to do that? If you're Jason Light, should you have done that? Almost certainly yes. But what effect does it have on team chemistry when your locker room is pretty much exactly the same as it just was? Because that's the way this team is going to be. Secondarily, I just think when I think about that Super Bowl game, and I think of Patrick Mahomes getting hit, sacked, and pressured 29 times in that game, never having a moment's peace in the pocket or even out of the pocket last year in that Super Bowl. When I think of that, I say, what happens if instead of having the 32nd best offensive line in the NFL that day, what happened if they had the 12th? Which I don't know what their number is right now, but they have replaced 4 of the 5 starters from the Super Bowl. And I think they're going to be significantly upgraded on the offensive line. So would that have been a whatever it was 31-9 game if the Kansas City Chiefs had even a representative offensive line in the game? It wouldn't have been a 22-point game, I can tell you that much. But look, we're all looking for something at this time of year, Mike, to say, hey, listen, here's how I projected. Here's what I think. Here are the teams that I think could rise. And I mean, that's why I take an LA Chargers team and I put them at 10. I see an awful lot of things that I like in the Chargers right now. That's why I put the Browns 4. For the first time since I've been covering, the league, all right, say in about 1989, I look at the Browns and I don't see a glaring weakness. That's never happened before. And that's why I put them so high in these rankings. So, I don't know, you try to make guesses and you try to make projections. So that's all they are. And it gets people mad on Twitter for a couple of days, and then everybody forgets it.
Let me put a pin in the Browns discussion for a second, because you made me think of something with the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. First of all, and I vaguely recall having this conversation before about the value of bringing back all of the starters. I'm a believer that when you've won a Super Bowl, there is benefit in bringing in a veteran who's been around, who's never won one, and that can help shake off the complacency that sets in when you got a bunch of guys who just climbed the top of a mountain. They got to do the extended victory lap, and now you're asking them to climb the same mountain again with all other teams targeting them even more aggressively. I think Tom Brady's the difference here, though. He is so driven now to get to number 8, and then he'll be driven to get to number 9, and he is just so over-the-top competitive, pushing the buttons of all of his teammates that I think that they won't fall into that trap.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.